You know, Claude Code is without a doubt one of the most powerful research agents we have today. But here's the thing. If you're just using its default web search tool, you are leaving so much power on the table. So what if? What if you could build a workflow inside Claude that scrapes YouTube, pushes all that data to a free analysis engine, and then spits out amazing deliverables like infographics and slide decks, all while costing you practically zero tokens? Yeah, let's get into this. In this explainer, we're basically going to hand you a cheat code. We're going to show you exactly how you can combine Claude Code with Google's NotebookLM to completely replace what would normally be a super expensive, complicated research stack and do it for absolutely free. So just how powerful is this really? Honestly, I was completely blown away when I first got this working. Let's just kick things off with a quick demo so you can see this entire workflow in action, going from just one simple prompt to a totally finished deliverable. And this is it. That's the prompt. This one sentence is all it takes to kick off the entire chain reaction. We're telling Claude to go find the right videos, pass them over to NotebookLM to do all the heavy lifting and analysis, and then create a custom visual based on what it finds. And here is the result. It's awesome. The system went out, found 20 relevant videos, NotebookLM analyzed every single transcript, identified the top 5 skills that were mentioned across all of them, and then boom, it automatically generated this really cool blueprint-style infographic, all from that one command. Now, that's a pretty impressive result, right? But to really get why this is such a game changer, especially for individuals or small teams, we need to take a quick look at the old, expensive way of doing things. The problem this whole workflow solves? It's massive. See, if you tried to build something like this yourself, you'd be stuck wrestling with a traditional research stack. That means messing with automation tools like NNN to scrape data, then trying to feed it into a custom RAG, that's Retrieval-Augmented Generation, which just lets an AI search your own documents. It is a gigantic headache to build, it's a pain to maintain, and it costs you money. So here's the bottom line. The old way is complicated, it breaks easily, and it costs you money to run. This new method, it's simple to set up, it's robust, and because Google is handling all the heavy-duty computing on the NotebookLM side, it's completely 100% free. Okay, so how do we actually build this cheat code? Don't worry, it's way, way simpler than you might be thinking. It's really just a two-part setup. So first, we need to teach Claude Code how to search YouTube. And you do this by creating a custom skill. You've got two options here. You can either just ask Claude Code to build a scraper for you using a common tool called YT-LP, or you can use a pre-made setup file that you just upload. Simple as that. Second, we connect everything to NotebookLM. Now, since there's no official API for it, which is just a way for programs to talk to each other, we're going to use an amazing unofficial one made by a developer named Tang Ling. You just install it from a terminal, run a simple one-time login command, and that's it. You're authenticated. And I want you to remember this. Giving Claude the NotebookLM skill isn't some crazy, complex coding project. The skill is just a text prompt. It's plain English that teaches Claude how to talk to the NotebookLM API so it can create notebooks, generate content, and make all these deliverables for you. Okay, the setup is done. Now for the fun part. Let's put it all together and see how this automated research agent actually works in practice. All right, once you're set up, you can start searching with a simple / command or even just plain English. So here we're searching for Claude Code skills. And look, it returns the top videos with all the key info so you can easily review your sources before you do anything else. Once you're happy with the sources that it's found, your next command is just as simple. You just tell Claude, hey, create a new notebook and upload these specific URLs directly into it. And don't underestimate the power we're talking about here. NotebookLM can handle up to 50 different sources at the same time. That is a massive amount of information to analyze all at once. And finally, this is where you ask for the magic. You can ask for a specific insight, a deliverable like a mind map, or, like in this case, both. And here's the absolute best part. Claude uses almost no tokens to send this request. NotebookLM does all the heavy computing and content generation all on Google's dime. But it actually gets even better. This isn't just about automating a manual process. Using this unofficial API actually unlocks features that you can't even get on the normal NotebookLM website. This is where it gets really, really cool. Through Claude Code, you can now command NotebookLM to create a huge range of materials: quizzes, audio summaries, mind maps, infographics, even full slide decks. And because it's all perfectly grounded in the source videos you provided, the output is super reliable. It doesn't just make things up. At the end of the day, this workflow turns an incredibly difficult and expensive process into just a few simple commands. A genuine research superpower is now available to absolutely everyone for free. So, the only question left is, what are you going to build with it? Let us know what you think in the comments.